In 5 days, more than 130 Catholic cardinals will sequester inside the Sistine Chapel to begin the conclave to select the next pope. Today, workers installed the chimney pipe on the chapel's roof. It's there the faithful will look to see the white smoke announcing the selection. It's a secretive process which has gotten blockbuster attention since the 2016 published book Conclave, and then the movie that was nominated last year for Best Picture. Robert Harris is the author of that novel, and he joins me now. Robert, it's so good to be with you. Thank you for being here. I went immediately to the book when I saw the chimney going up today because the dean of the College of Cardinals in the book is complaining about the construction at the start of it. Tell me about, or tell our viewers about, the process that goes into preparing for the conclave and all the things they do to make sure it can be secretive.
Thank you for having me on. Yes, the dean is in charge of the preparations of the Sistine Chapel, which was built specifically for the holding of conclaves. They lay a plywood floor over the existing floor, and they are very careful about sweeping it for bugs. They're very anxious about security. It's all supposed to be highly secret, so there's a lot of preparation work is done, and then the table is laid out at the front where the scrutineers sit and count the votes.
As a former journalist, you put preparation into this novel. Tell me about the process of getting your head into the space where you think the cardinals will be as they meet to make this selection.
Well, it came about, the novel, because I watched the 2013 election of Pope Francis on television and saw the cardinal electors in the windows at either side, as he appeared, and I thought, I wonder how they came to this decision. I was a political journalist. Most of my novels have got a political edge, and I just started researching it, and sure enough, it immediately became clear that it is a highly political process with quite a lot of low-key drama behind the scenes. And I asked the Vatican if I could possibly come and look at the main locations, which they allowed me to do, including the very sacred chapel where the newly elected Pope is robed in the Sistine. And generally, they could have been more cooperative. And I talked to a cardinal who'd also taken part in a conclave. I wonder
when you, as a person who knew about politics, who covered politics, who'd written about it, had to think about politics where one of the perhaps the most important member is the Holy Spirit, how that tension exists. You know, you can't have just outright avarice and search for power. On the other hand, it's a political process.
It is a sacred religious business that they're going through. They're very holy men. But as one of the characters says in the novel, we serve an ideal. We cannot always be ideal. And there have been, as we all know, plenty of scandals at cardinal level in the church to do with sexual abuse in the past and to do with financial misbehavior. And so you can't divorce the thing entirely from politics. Something strange happens if you put 110, 130 men together in an enclosed space for a day or two and force them to come to a decision. They begin to function as a group. And move as a group. And that is, if you are a believer, that is the Holy Spirit moving them. If you are a secular observer of politics, you might call it momentum. One of the candidates suddenly begins to emerge, and then the rest of the cardinals swing behind them.